You're here because you're thinking about quitting. And maybe deep down you're hoping someone will say, it's okay, give up. But I'm not going to say that. Because if you were ever truly fired up even just once, if there was even a single night you couldn't sleep because your dream was burning in your mind, then you're not here by accident. And now you think it's not working out? That you're tired, that it's taking too long? Fine. But know this isn't the end. This is your turning point. Right now you choose, are you just another person who starts and quits, or are you the one who finishes? Ready to hear the truth? Then keep watching. When everyone nowadays is talking about discipline and saying that motivation isn't necessary, I disagree. You know why? Because sometimes all it takes is one sentence, one inspiring story, to get you back on track doing what you were meant to do. Discipline comes with time, but motivation is the first step toward it. And in this video, I'll prove it to you. Thinking of giving up? Why? I know you've come up with 100 excuses and negative thoughts about why you should. But have you even stopped to think about the reasons why you shouldn't? Do you even remember why you started? Okay, it's hard for you. You didn't get the results you expected. Because if you had, you wouldn't be thinking about quitting everything now. You set goals, you failed to achieve them, and you started feeling like this wasn't for you. I'm not going to say things to make you feel comfortable. Comfort isn't where growth happens. But I'm also not going to tell you to run through fields, work 24 hours a day, or push yourself to the edge. After hearing what I have to say, you will decide whether you really want to quit or whether you'll keep going. And I have a feeling you'll choose the second option. In the beginning, when you decided to start something like building a business, working out, chasing a career, studying, whatever, you didn't have discipline yet. First came motivation. Thoughts, goals, dreams. You pictured yourself in that space, imagined the goals you'd achieve and what it would all look like in 5 years. Then you started taking action. Maybe you created a plan, looked for information, started learning, and began building. But then the day came when everything flipped. Your thoughts changed. Words like, maybe this isn't for me, or I won't make it started spinning in your head. Why? Because the dreams you created before you took action didn't come true as fast as you wanted. You thought it would be easy, that you'd quickly achieve everything you wanted. But then reality hit and here you are. And that's exactly why people now say motivation is nothing and won't help you. But remember why you started, because of motivation. If it hadn't been there in the beginning, you wouldn't have started at all. Motivation isn't only needed at the beginning. You need it throughout the journey as you pursue your goals. But where do you find motivation when you feel like you don't want anything anymore? You have to return to that beginning. Go back in your mind to when you first started dreaming. Remember how much joy and drive you felt inside? Now think about how far you've come, how much you've learned, how much you've grown. Maybe you think you haven't grown because you haven't hit some big milestone, but I know that growth isn't just about results. Your dream isn't a destination, it's a direction. And usually we want to quit not because we're weak, but because we forget where we're going. And if you're watching this, you're even stronger than you think. Let me tell you a secret. When we want to give up and we're at that point of not knowing what to do, that's when success usually arrives. That's when the universe rewards us for our effort. I'm the example of that. Even though my YouTube channel doesn't look successful, not many subscribers or views, the universe has already shown me I'm on the right path. I've had many YouTube channels. I always dreamed of earning from them and paying off my debts, but I'd always quit within a month because I wasn't getting quick results. It happened with this channel too. At first came the dream, the goals, the steps I'd take to succeed. I worked hard, created, uploaded 3 to 5 videos per day, but again, no results. Just like all the other times I thought of quitting. I thought, this just isn't for me. One day I took a break. I tried not to think about it too much. The next day I started posting again, but without the big dreams, without expecting anything. And that day was special. One of my videos hit nearly 80,000 views overnight. Right when I was about to quit, I kept going and the universe rewarded me. That's when the motivation came back. But this time it was even stronger, filled with the desire to learn and create more. I'm not saying motivation is more important than discipline, they're equally important. Without discipline, I wouldn't have kept posting videos. Without motivation, I would have quit everything. Motivation and discipline are the keys to success. One day you won't feel motivated, but discipline will carry you through. Another day you won't feel like sticking to your routine, but remembering why you started and motivating yourself will get you moving. You have to understand that on the journey toward your dream, there will always be days when you want to give up. But if every time you start something new you just give up, what will you ever truly achieve? Alright, maybe today is that dark day. Maybe you woke up feeling that way, or maybe those thoughts hit you midday. What will you do? Let yourself rest for a day. Let yourself not think about what you're doing. Tell yourself that these thoughts, like they came, they'll pass. And you'll keep chasing your goals and dreams. Understand that everyone has those kinds of days, without exception. But only those who don't give up come out on top. If you're tired of what you're doing or don't enjoy it anymore, change the plan, not the goal. If you're not seeing results, give it more time. I promise you, all the effort you put in will be rewarded. All your hard work will pay off. But how big that payoff is will depend entirely on how much you're willing to give. Success isn't something that just falls from the sky. It's the fruit of your labor. Many successful people would tell you it wasn't luck that brought their dreams to life. It was work and not giving up on those dark days. If you blame your environment for your failures, for not being supported, or because someone told you that you wouldn't make it and now you want to quit, then you're lying to yourself. The environment is not to blame for anything. You are weak because you allow other people's opinions to control you. No one supports you? Someone said you can't do it? So what? What would their support or a simple "you can do it" really give you? They're not going to do the work for you or achieve your goals. That's why the most important thing is what you say to yourself and how you support yourself in tough moments. True support often comes from complete strangers, people who recognize your effort and thank you for your work. Not from those who say, "I support you," but don't actually care or engage with what you're doing. My friend always tells me, "I support you," but when I started creating content, he didn't even subscribe to my channel even though I asked him 4 times. But that doesn't mean I should quit. And neither should you. Know this, a person who believes in themselves stands above someone who doubts everything. Some people want to quit because they didn't get fast results. Others because they didn't receive support. And some simply because they don't know what to do next. Maybe you feel like you've done everything you could and now you have no clue what the next step is. But if you're here listening to this video, it means you still haven't achieved what you want. You've done a lot, you had a plan, you woke up every morning knowing exactly what needed to be done, but then came that day when you no longer knew why to get out of bed. You don't know what steps to take anymore. You feel like you did everything right, but it still didn't work out. So what should you do? First of all, rest. You just need one day to stop thinking about it. That constant, "what should I do next?" thought is more exhausting than the actions themselves. You've likely burned out and are mentally drained. Once you let yourself rest for a day, you'll wake up the next morning with a different mindset. Then make a plan. Don't jump back in doing everything that pops into your head. Break it down, small steps, a weekly plan, and stick to it. When you know what to do, the urge to quit disappears. And if you still don't know what to do, then learn. If you've already done everything you know how to do and you're stuck, it means you lack knowledge. Analyze your niche, see what others are doing, and get inspired. Don't copy, just look for ways to improve yourself. Take small steps. Don't rush and don't try to do everything in a day. Fall in love with the process and it'll become easier. You have to understand, big things take time. So if you give up halfway, you'll never achieve anything. Always remember and accept this. Days like today will happen again, but they'll make you stronger. With time, you'll realize all you really needed was a break. This day will pass. These thoughts will fade. And you'll keep chasing your dreams. When the time comes, you'll thank yourself for not giving up. You'll enjoy the results you once only dreamed about. Remember this and repeat it to yourself often. When you want to quit, pause. But don't give up.